A living bridge between tradition, service, and history. Elders are highly regarded in Native communities.
Leah Chavez was invited to hear the story of a nearly 100-year-old man who grew up speaking Tiwa and served overseas.
He'll tell you his name before anything else.
My name is Martin Aguilar.
And his age with a smile.
I'm 96.
Born in 1929 at the place where the water cuts through, today still farming, a lifeway central to Pueblo people and something he grew up doing with his own father.
Well, I grew up here in San Jose, Pueblo, ever since I was born.
Sharing his remarkable life in his own words.
At that time, back in the early days, none of the people here at the village hardly spoke English.
Instead, the Tewa language.
And that's how we grew up.
In this photo, you see Aguilar as a boy where he would speak his native language. A new government school near his village changed that.
The teachers always said, be quiet, no Indian language. We'd like to hear you speak more and bring your language in the English way. And we did, we learned it.
As a young man, Aguilar, like many other Native American people, decided to serve in the U.S. military. He tried to enlist, first in the Navy, then the Marines, even the Air Force.
So it's funny, examination, I passed everything except for my weight.
They told him he needed to put on some pounds.
So the last I went was the Army.
The Army finally said yes. He spent 2.5 years serving our country in Italy, coming home as a sergeant first class.
When I was there, I trained a lot of guys who came in. Poor thing, all the reserve who were fighting in World War II were coming in. 2 weeks they got trained and they were shipped to the war.
After being discharged, he returned home to his pueblo, working at Los Alamos National Labs with a highly important task.
I was assigned to make sure that the secret weather doesn't go to Russia, Germany, or anywhere.
To this day, still remembering his mission and directive.
And that's how much I can tell. I can't go beyond any more further what I know.
Along the way, building his family, eventually becoming the governor of his village and dedicating his life to serving on the tribal council. But when asked what he's most proud of,
all my grandkids, they all went to college. They all got their master's degree.
In San Ildefonso Pueblo, Leah Chavez, KOAT Action 7 News.
Quite a story about a cherished Native elder. You can find all our stories on Native American Heritage Month on KOAT.com.